Ahoy! It's midnight, and we just finished recording our song. The vocals,
What's it called?
the bass, the drums. It's called Dead Lights in the Distance.
The guitar also, you recorded that.
Yes,
4 tracks.
we did. So we're going to walk you through that. So firstly, I played the guitar. Now we always have two guitars. One on the left, one on the right, because it sounds good. So I played the first guitar sitting down. We're going to show you that. Wow, wasn't that great? And then, so the right guitar, I want it to sound like there's a second guitar player. So like, oh, that guy's playing over there, and this guy's playing over here.
This is a comically large bottle of water.
It's large. This one, I was sitting down. So when I did this one, I was standing up to really get in a different headspace. What's this guy's story? He's standing up. Pretty wild. Let's take a look. Wow, that was great, wasn't it, Mark?
Yes.
So then we added extra guitar. I don't know, did we show that? Did we film it?
Yeah, we took a video.
It looks the same as me playing guitar. The amp doesn't change, so I don't think I'm going to show you that. Maybe I will, I don't know.
We filmed us talking about the amp, so remember I bent down and...
Oh, so you can watch that.
Hi! So we are going to set up a second amp to add beef to the rhythm track, the beef track. We're going to do left and right takes, and mic, same mic. There's a nice little cheat spot on here. It can go right between the two crests. Perfect positioning. And I have it right up to the grill. I like it a bit closer with the Vintage 30 speakers. So, enjoy!
That was great, wasn't it, Mark?
Yeah.
And then, after we did the guitars, we laid down some bass. Now this is our...
You laid it.
Yes. This is our first song with me playing on the bass. And so it took a lot of takes because we were sort of deciding what to do. Should we do a da-do or da-da? You know, bass talk. Wow, that was... You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again, but this time I mean it. That was Quilted Maple. And it was great. Then we did the vocals, which was tricky, but fun, and a good time for everyone. Let's watch. Daylights in the distance holding on to me. Daylights in the distance so that I can see. Gee, that was great. You play the same 2.5-minute song a lot of times, and you feel good about the song, but you feel very weird, like you're in a time loop, like not living the same day over and over, but literally living the same 2.5 minutes over and over. And then we punched it, because like, hey, we're multi-tracking it. Why not live like they do on Capitol Hill and have as many takes as we wanted?
And you said, I said, hey, you don't have to re-record that. We can just pitch correct it. And he said, no, sir. We're going to retake it until it's a good take. That's what we did.
And we did get good takes. And it was it is very fun. It's like my favorite thing to do, like in the band, is to play music, to record it. And it's very fun. So I'm happy that we got to do it. But you do feel very strange after. And that's good.
Now, do we discuss the differences between our usual recording now that we finished a multi-track session?
Sure. Proceed. Like, so it's just weird. Like, it's crazy.
I think this gave us too much opportunity to think and to pick things apart. Where when we just play it live, we'll play it 2 or 3 times, or we'll play it 10 times together. We'll have the parts 90% written, and then we'll record it 2 or 3 times, and then pick the best of the 3. So we couldn't sit there and re-record the bass part. We couldn't sit there and redo drum parts. We would just have the take. So it's quicker.
But in some ways, it's more collaborative.
Yes.
Like whereas before, I would sort of write a song, then we would play it live for a couple months, and then I would maybe rewrite extra parts. Like here, we came up with a new bridge. Just the bass sounds good. Let's move things around there. So I like this for writing together, for coming up with ideas for the arrangement together, and having more control over the vibe. I think it's weird that it takes as long as it takes. Like it takes a very long time.
Well, if it was a real studio and we had a real budget, we would be in the studio all day for one song, probably.
Well, like if you add up the time, like how
What do we do? 3 hours tonight? 4?
Well, like 3 or 4 for all the takes of all the instruments.
I probably took an hour on the drums. So I did 4.
That's good. So, like, I guess like 5 hours is not that. Like, we did 50 songs in 24 hours, and that felt like a reasonable.
I would probably spend another hour mixing and sorting and organizing, and then you'll come over and probably spend an hour adding effects, and so we're probably 7 to 8 hours on
a song, which is not like a ton of time. No. I think what's difficult and weird for me is the amount of time. Like, normally when we start a song, recording it, then it's just done. But like we started recording this like 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And I've had knowing, like in my head, I've got in 2 weeks I have to record some more. In 2 weeks I'm going to record this song. In 2 weeks I'm going to record this song. So it's kind of like, it feels like those 2 weeks were spent working on the song. Because I was rehearsing it and working on the singing and working on the solos and working on the, that's another thing we played, the solos. So like, today we recorded 1 guitar, 2 guitar, 3 guitar, 4 guitars, plus a 5th guitar who played a guitar solo. Then we did bass guitar. Then we did voice. That's 7 things.
Backup voice.
Yeah, that's 8 things. So that's pretty cool. And so next week we're going to do the mixing and the effects. And we're going to sort of go into like the story behind the song and what type of vibe we're trying to capture about the whole thing. And yeah, and then after that, it's going to be the video and the song will be out and you can listen to it with your ears. Do we say top tips at the end? Top tips! Top tips!